Welcome to Battle Banter. I am the Bachata Knight, and I'm proud to tell you all that I've graduated. I am ascending for my rookie year in Armored Combat Fighting. I was at Rookie Rumble a couple weekends ago. It was a blast. I'll tell you all about that, how I did. I'm going to discuss some things I thought I did poorly on this year, and about my goals in the future for next season. Actually, next season's in a few months. I still have a sword and buckler duel coming up in 2 weeks, and a possible night fight before the end of the season. So I'm technically still a rookie here for a little bit, but stay tuned for all that footage right here on this channel. I did 2 experiments. One was a poll, and one was using my official rookie gear through the whole night with the melees, actually until my shield broke. We'll go over how that happened here in just a moment. So if you're familiar with Battle Banter, I love to keep track of my stats, everything I do as far as this sport's concerned, from practices and competitions and keeping track of it all. So since the last video, I've been at 2 HEMA practices, so that's going to now be a total of 8. The ACL dual section here, where I have this record, this is getting a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. I don't think I'm going to keep track of an exact record anymore. We're going to change the name from duels to singles, like single events, like long sword, sword and buckler, etc. So we're going to change that so it's now just going to be one. Remember, sword and buckler coming up here this month. Keep an eye out for that. Now we have the last thing I want to change here. Melees is now 2. Rookie Rumble is a melee event, so I've been in 2 melee events now for Armored Combat Fighting. My daughter got me this shirt for Christmas, actually. You know, I got to wear it on here on this channel at least once, right? So I mentioned I conducted a poll, and this is what it was. I asked everybody, not just rookies, if they shared a bond with anybody only because that they fought together. They both started in the same year that they did for Armored Combat Fighting. So the results were mixed. The majority did not share a bond, which I was surprised. So in my experience, I'll never forget the rookies that were there at EMR Event Park, especially on the same line that I fought in that melee. That was a bond for me. We're rookies. We're out there not really knowing what to expect or what to do really, and it just I share a connection because of that. Everyone out there at Rookie Rumble, I think I'll always remember everybody from that night a little bit more special in my heart compared to other people that I've met since I've started this sport. A few people did share bonds with at least one or a group of people because they all started and they all have the same rookie year. And some people had negative experiences. Luckily, that was the least mentioned option, but some people had negative experiences of people that they started with in their rookie year. So that's interesting. To sum that up, the poll proved from my little science experiment that most people do not share bonds with other people in the fighting community simply because they both share the same rookie year. I felt that Rookie Rumble was like a graduation party, you know, like I graduated. I'm no longer a rookie, and none of you guys are either that started with me. I actually get a lot of compliments about this shield. People really do like it, and I do too. The one thing I love with the shield that I did for Rookie Rumble was I practiced, if you ever catch my Facebook Live training videos, where if I put this hand behind here and I smash into somebody, I mean, I can really drive somebody back. So, I mean, if I'm running at you and you thrust and push up with all that force, I was knocking people around. So I do love that shield. So here is the results of my second experiment that I'm sharing with you today on Battle Banter. I used this and that shield because these are my very original arms when I got into this sport. I did get this saber built, custom made. It's longer. It's just under the defined rules for what's accepted, and it's 5mm sticks. It's a little bit heavier. It's a chopper, and that's why I wanted to use it, because I specifically thought that this might fare well in melees. It really didn't. In reality, what I think I'll probably do is I'll use a shield like this, or my round shield maybe at times, and I'm gonna get a one-hander like an axe. So I think that's gonna be my new setup. I like having my arms free, and I like being able to move and do stuff like this compared to being fixed to with a two-handed axe. I did have some two-handed axe experience in the Rookie Rumble. So let's get to how I thought about Rookie Rumble. Rookie Rumble was a blast. I tell you what, one thing I got over was my fear of big people. Not that it really bothers me that much. I mean, I'll fight anybody, but when you're across from, there's a dude from Montreal, and I don't even know if you can see my hand. on this video, but he was this tall in armor. And Angel from up in New York is a big dude too. And I was on the first line. I was on like line number 1 against both of them, and they were both standing across from me the one time. Besides being out of breath, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, I can't believe that they're both on the same line, and they're both right across from me. But I'm over it. You know, in my head, I was like, I don't know the guy's name from Montreal. I'm sorry, but the first thing I thought is, you know, like I'm just gonna walk up right to him. I'm gonna smash him right in the head with this axe, and I did. And then he threw me on the ground. That's actually how my shield broke. So my shield got hung up on the list. Now I really try not to put my arm up there at all on the rail. You know, against the rules, right? Well, I mean, you can't hook it. I got my shield stuck on there. So if you can see here where it ripped. This is actually how it goes. I didn't even realize it, but it ripped right here. So I had my arm was up on the rail, and it just kept, it was like right here. And the guy from Montreal he was pushing me down. I was trying to get free. I don't know when it happened, but he must have pushed me so hard that my shield had stayed, and I actually ripped the leather right around the circumference of this rivet right here. Whenever I got up, I didn't even notice it till I was actually about to go back out, and I was like, crap. I had to get somebody to run and get me an axe, because I couldn't go out there with just that saber. And that was a turning point of the night for me, where I brought out this axe. So at the first melee I was in, I had a lot of falls, unnecessary falls, where someone would just tap me and I'd fall over. Tap me from behind, trip me when I'm running around, and I'm down. I really improved on that, I will say. At Rookie Rumble, I did not fall down one time because of an accident or someone pushing me from behind, and I was just like toppled over because of my center of gravity. I did really well staying on my feet. I heard I got a positive critique that I had very good field awareness. I was not caught off guard at all. I had many times where I was just trapped, and I was like trying to block hits like this, but I see him coming. You know, I did really good with field awareness. Things I did poorly on was going over 5 minutes. One of the rounds I was in, basically, we had a 2-on-1, and I'm holding him up against the rail like this. There was 3 of us. My teammate's over here, and I'm holding him up here. I was pinning him into the corner. He's coming over and start whacking with an axe. Well, and this is Rafal, who you may know. I'm pinning him in the corner. Rafal's still got his shield, punching my teammate Liam in the face. This goes on for about a minute. There's bodies on the ground. After I watched the video, announcers were saying that we should have brought him out of the corner. So another thing I need to work on that I do poorly in maybe is strategy. But that's just from experience. I don't have the experience yet. I spent about 2 minutes with Rafal here. I think, okay, I'm going to switch over. Now I'm on this side of Rafal, and I'm pinning him in the corner, and I'm trying to use my shield to block him so Liam can chop away. But Liam, too, he's a little winded, and this is going on for 5 minutes. It got to the point where I used up so much energy, Rafal was actually able to knock me backwards over some bodies there, and he downed Liam, and that was that. It was an amazing fight. I actually have it. It's one of my last uploads. Check it out. It's a great video. So I did poorly in endurance, despite that I have all my Facebook Live workout videos. I trained in my armor. So since Rookie Rumble, I've really stepped up. Cardio-wise, that's how I'm going to improve. My goals for next year is so much more endurance, better knowledge for strategy. So when we have people in the corner, I know what to do. Like let him out so we can sort of just annihilate this dude. Get away from all the bodies on the floor. That's how I got down. He pushed me over the bodies. Things that I also did good in this year was becoming the guy that can just grab people and hold on to them. One of the other rounds at Rookie Rumble, I mean, I just sat there in the corner with my shield. I just put it over his face. I had him, this dude, he could not get away. All I was doing with the power of my legs, and I was just holding him there. I couldn't get around him. I tried to throw him at one point, but I couldn't get a good angle. I couldn't get an underhook. Stay there. You can't see anything. I'm blocking your face. I had him pinned while he was just getting whacked till he went down. Another goal for this season is I got to get new bands. The measurement was off, so it's really big out here. In my gauntlets, I don't have the range of motion I need. That comes into play sometimes too. So A little bit, a new armor piece for my optimized Mongolian kit. These gauntlets just get hung up on the circumference of the bazobands, and I can't move them. I don't get this full range of motion. Not that you get this exact full range of motion, but I'm really limited. I'm sort of stuck like this, and once in a while I can feel it jam, which really comes into play with these duels. I got this sword and buckler duel coming up in like 2 weeks, and it sort of affects my range of motion, especially with that killer saber I got. You know, I go where the saber tells me because it's heavy. And when I'm swinging around, sometimes I really gotta be able to have that wrist movement to take that saber and direct it somewhere else. So I think armor is going to be a goal for 2020 to redo some things. I'd love to start working on a second kit because I'm not going to be able to compete overseas with a helmet like this and the kit I got. There's just some things wrong with it. If I only would have done it right the first time before spending so much money. I think that sums it up. I'm so happy that all of you come here and chill with me and listen to these stories. Give it a like if you do like it. If you don't, I don't know. You don't have to give it a like. Maybe share it with somebody. Tell people that we do the Battle Banter here, and if they always want me to cover a topic, I'd be happy to. You can drop a comment, subscribe if you like this, and don't forget ballroom dancing. We got it's gonna be crazy. I got an axe fighting tutorial with Simon in New Jersey, and that's going to be in the afternoon. And the very next morning, I'm competing AMAM in New York for ballroom dance. It's going to be such a crazy week because then we're going to Vegas to dance again. Dancing, fighting, it's such a blast and a crazy fun year coming up. So follow along, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of it. Thanks for tuning in to Battle Banter. This is the Bachata Knight signing off. Everybody out there, fight safe and have fun.